Hello, everybody. It's Shamika here with Divine Tarot. I'm doing things a little bit differently this month, so I want to explain how things are working here. What I'm going to do is for every sign, there's going to be a general reading, and then there's going to be the relationship reading as usual. So for the relationship reading, for those of you who are not used to how I do things, there is the partner's energy here, your energy here, and then the energy of the relationship. Okay. When I say partner, it doesn't have to be a committed relationship. It's whoever is on your mind at the time of the reading, like who you're coming to the reading about. These apply to soulmate relationships, twin flames, any kind of connection or relationship that you want to apply it to, they will apply. Okay, so that's that. Let's get started with the readings. Thanks, guys. Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the month of October. The overall energy for your month is changing your focus. And in a lot of different ways. We're going to be changing focus and kind of seeing things differently, having some new perspectives and looking in some new directions. Now, when it comes to the general reading, the general love reading, you're currently in a place of kind of kind of being emotional, kind of being in your emotions. For some of you, feeling like drowning in your emotions almost, and really not knowing which way to go. Just feeling so many different things and not really knowing which direction to go with it. Where you're headed right now, that there's nothing you can do about it, even if nothing changes. Well, there's something you can do about it, but this is where you're headed without any changes, just where you're on your way to. You're on the way to having to open up some things and see some things in order to heal. You're going to have to open some things that maybe you've closed up, things that you didn't want to look at. But it's like these things are going to be opened up in order for some healing to begin. There's healing that needs to occur with you in the areas of the heart and emotions, the way you're being in relationships, the way you're perceiving in relationships, your attraction point, your point of attraction, what you're attracting to yourself, what you're creating in your life that is bringing the type of people that are coming into relationships, things like this. What changes can you make to find yourself in a better position than you're currently in when it comes to love? I'm getting that you're needing to receive, learning to receive in relationships. There's some healing that needs to take place in order for you to be able to receive. If you were working on your ability to let things in your life, let people support you, let people give to you, pertains to love. That's what I'm getting. When it comes to love, I'm getting an imbalance in giving and receiving. You give too much and you don't receive, or you don't even expect to receive in your love life. Giving more than you receive. For some, of course, it can be the other way around, but I'm getting for a majority, it's not being able to receive. But there are some that are not giving enough, but it's a smaller percentage of those, a much smaller percentage. What's blocking you from being able to have a balance in the giving and receiving in your relationships? It's kind of understanding how love grows. It's like I'm getting like a faulty perception in certain ways about what love even is. Like not seeing how love is supposed to be this back and forth thing. It's kind of like some are even in a place where they're kind of, not even coming together with anybody in a relationship. Like not supporting each other, like not even realizing, for some, it's like not even realizing what it means for both people to be in the relationship, participating, whether that is requiring more of you or you requiring more from another to make that happen. And it's like, because it's like this blockage of thinking that this imbalance is actually love. That's what I'm getting. Thinking that this imbalance actually is love, whether it be you believing that love is giving more than you're receiving, or whether you're believing that love is about receiving more than you give, like it's about the person loving you. So it's kind of like this imbalance of either thinking it's about the person loving you or it's about you loving the person. So it's like this for a lot of you is what is blocking you having what you want in your relationships and in your love life. It's like you're kind of, this imbalance I'm getting for a lot of singles is kind of making it where you're not seeing me, you're drowning in the, it's almost like you can come across imbalance sometimes because of that. When people pick up on this imbalance, like when you're trying to give too much, you're trying to do too much, or you sit back and take too much and you're not reciprocating, it's preventing, it's blocking the relationship. It's blocking you being able to really, you know, come together with somebody, like really having a connection and allowing the connection to grow. It's like it's blocking love from actually growing, these perceptions. And how you're going to overcome it is going to be having a perception. It's kind of like changing a perception, having a perception that's more about reciprocity and teamwork and coming together. Because I'm getting that some of you believe that you kind of see it that way. The way some things are playing out from you with you, in terms of your patterns in relationships, it's not actually that way, because you're not understanding it as deeply as you think you do. And your blind spot as it pertains to your love life, like what you're not seeing, is that you're missing out on opportunities because of these perceptions. And what you can expect this month is to have to make some decisions about your love life. You're going to have to make some decisions about your love life. For a lot of you, the way things kind of transpire for you this month, it's going to cause you to change. Once you kind of get clear and you look at your ideas surrounding just everything concerning giving and receiving in relationships and in love, it's for a lot of you, that's going to make you change your focus completely. For some of you, it's going to make you stop thinking about somebody. For some of you, it's going to bring someone more into your focus that you wouldn't have been able to see. And it's going to cause you guys to make a little bit of different decisions this month. Now, as it pertains to those in some type of connection or relationship, I'm seeing that like within the relationship, there may be some issues here with actually reaching out or both people reaching out to each other. There might seem like there's not a lot of movement this month. Because I'm getting like with the partner, for a lot of them, it's kind of like they're changing their focus and they're feeling like there may be some type of success or growth to be had in the opposite direction. So for some of them, it's kind of like they're willing to risk it. They're willing to see what happens when they kind of focus in another direction. And it's not necessarily like focusing on somebody else or something like that. Or it could be for some. But for the majority, the type of energy that I'm getting with that is more so like not revolving their entire life around this relationship, like kind of focusing on some growth outside of the relationship, like just within their life, within themselves, within the world, within, like their careers, like just focusing somewhere else. And it's like they're willing to risk what that means for this connection or this relationship. Which kind of, it seems like really puts you in an energy of kind of, just taking a pause a little bit. And it's like you're really trying to replay things within the relationship, like just really going back over some things and rethinking some things. For a lot of you, I'm getting that you're looking over some of your role within the relationship. Because it's like this partner, they're wanting to kind of rebuild. They're feeling like things need to kind of be built and structured differently. They like want to build in a way that it can't be just struck down. They're feeling like there needs to be a stronger foundation for this connection or this relationship. Like I'm seeing that they're feeling like there's some type of break in the foundation. But they're feeling kind of like it's beyond them. And this rebuilding is going to happen with some help that's beyond them. So it's kind of like they're just letting go and to see what happens. But they're very much still focused on it. But they're just maybe, they're kind of like their hands off, their hands are not on it, but they're still looking at it. It's not like they're totally no longer focused on the connection or the relationship, but they're not holding it right now. And I'm getting that Scorpio. For some of you, you're kind of feeling unlucky in love this month. But then some of you are feeling extremely lucky. It's kind of going one way or the other. You're feeling lucky or extremely unlucky. It's kind of polarized. But for majority, it's kind of unlucky. But as this partner is letting go, in order to kind of, it's like they're feeling like something bigger than them needs to come and kind of help restructure things in a certain kind of way. Even though they do still believe in this, their focus is different. They're not focused so much on doing it themselves. They're focusing on how they're going to grow themselves, what they can do for themselves, and then whatever happens. And they're risking it because they're feeling like this needs help that's bigger than them anyway. And it is bringing them up against their darkest fears, which is like them being afraid that maybe you guys won't get back to, as close as maybe you once were. But this is just, it's like this is all really happening for a reason. But it's really just about seeing how the focus needs to change or giving you some new things to focus upon. Because I'm kind of getting that this partner needed to focus on themselves a little bit. Like it's not even balanced to not do that. And then I'm getting, for you, Scorpio, it's like after you're spending some time reflecting over things and, kind of just reconsidering some things in your relationship, just really pondering a lot of things in the past. You're thinking a lot about the way things have gone in your past relationships, why relationships have ended. You're or even why they haven't, like certain things, like what made you hold on to certain relationships. You're just really thinking over a lot of things, even in this relationship. You're thinking over a lot of what has occurred between the two of you. And it's kind of having one of two effects. It's either bringing you to a place of feeling completely lucky in love, and you're realizing some things that you didn't pay attention to in the past, like how much was really there, like times where you focused on the negative and there was a lot more positive that was there than you even realized. And then for some of you, it's making you feel really unlucky in love, because you're feeling like no matter what you gave and no matter how much you did, you still never got the results that you wanted. And I'm getting that for more people. There's a smaller percentage that it's the other way around for. And depending on which way that was for you, whether you're part of that not large number or the small number, then that kind of determines, because it's like a lot of you are feeling like you're not believing like it's possible. You're not seeing the possibilities. You're kind of feeling alone. You're not seeing the possibilities for yourself in your love life. It's like you're just not seeing it. You're feeling just kind of in the dark about it. The picture's just not clear enough for you. And within the relationship, it's kind of like there needs to be more. Nobody's really reaching out. I'm just getting kind of stagnancy within the energy of the relationship. Nobody is really, like, everybody's kind of sitting there when they need to be reaching out to each other. and there needs to be communication going back and forth. But it's kind of like the partner is like, I'm getting that they're sitting there because they're like waiting on the right moment. They're feeling like they've done a lot or they're doing a lot. They've put a lot into it, and then they're kind of just waiting on something to happen. Then a lot of them are feeling like there needs to be some type of, they're waiting on like something bigger than them to kind of come and help nurture this situation or kind of revive it again. And then it's like you're feeling like it's because there's two stories kind of going on for the Scorpio this month, because it's kind of like I'm getting two energies for this. It's like either you're believing in this connection and that it's going to be successful, but you're not saying anything, where you're kind of giving off an impression that you really don't believe in it as much as you actually do. And then for others, it's like you're not believing in it anymore. You're kind of feeling like there's no more possibility here, and but you're not saying it. So either way, you're not really communicating what you really feel. But it's kind of one way or the other, where you're like, you're seeing more light at the end of the tunnel than what you're letting on, but you're kind of keeping it to yourself, or you're just not seeing it and you're not saying anything about it yet. Like deep down inside, it's like you feel like this is exhausted, like this, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of feeling like maybe possibly having to strike it out on your own, but you're not saying it. So it's one way or the other. There's kind of two things going on with Scorpios this month. It's like most are in one energy or the other. Strong, strongly, like, kind of polarized. Now I'm going to pull a card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And what I'm getting for this, Scorpio, is change your focus this month to the things that you're passionate about. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Focus on the things. Focus on the good. Focus on the good. See the opportunities that you're not seeing. See the possibilities that you're not seeing. Okay, Scorpio, that is your reading for the month of October. If it resonated with you, please give me a little thumbs up right now on the little thumbs up button. If it did not, check out your moon and rising signs. I recommend that either way because it'll give you a deeper understanding. Also, guys, thank you so much for all the comments, likes, shares, subscriptions. I really, really, truly appreciate all of your support. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, the link for that will be in the description box below. So thank you so much, Scorpio. You have a fabulous October, and I will see you next month.